I'm in Hall 11 at the stall of Ace Automation, and I'm with Mr. Vineet Taneja, who's the Managing Director of the company. Vineet, pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely my pleasure, Rahul.
And it's, I'm a Bombay boy, but being here in Delhi, it's a little different, a little colder than what I'm used to.
Right.
But anyway, so let's go straight into talking about Ace, which is your baby. You founded the company. Talk to me a little bit about the company and what you do.
Well, Rahul, after college, I graduated from BITS Pilani, did mechanical engineering, worked in the corporate world for 5 years. It was not happening for me. And
Like for a lot of people that we
people.
all know, right?
I did not really have a business plan. I did not have the funds, but I just decided that that's what I was doing wasn't what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I stepped out and got an opportunity in automation. Just started that. That was the first project, and after that, there's been no looking back.
So you did this like when you were around the age of 30 or thereabouts, maybe soon after?
I was 28.
28, okay. And in those days, of course, everything was analog. We didn't have anything digital at all. We were lucky if we had phones and televisions in our homes. So automation, I guess, was really cutting edge in those days. It wasn't even really being talked about within corporations.
You're absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
In those days, once we started automating, people would line up. Mera kaam pehle kar do.
Okay.
There were just, I think, 4 5 of us in Delhi at that time.
Right.
Of course, it's a whole new, different world today. But you can't change basics of physics.
Correct.
Which I find is what is slipping. The basic core engineering is going away. We are going heavy into automation, and the basics are getting forgotten.
Yeah.
So that's what I stand for.
Right.
That you cannot dispense with the core engineering.
Okay.
You have to focus on those things too.
Yeah. Now, as part of that, Ace has a rather unique, at least in my experience, approach to business and the position that you have within the industry. Now, we all know targets are important in companies, but you have a slightly different take on that. So talk to me about how you approach that in your own business.
So targets was something that really pissed me off when I left my job. But now, on the other side, I realize their importance.
Right.
That a company cannot grow without them. So you do need to have those benchmarks. Only difference that I'm trying to make is that I don't decide the targets. I let the team decide it.
Okay.
And it's not just the sales team. We try to involve the entire company and have them a say. So I feel that that
So
way,
how many people in your company?
50.
50 people. Okay.
50 people.
Yeah.
So I find that when people are part of the system that we are creating or the target that we are setting, compliance is much easier.
Right.
Because then it's a collective family thing.
Right.
The flip side is that it does not get very aggressive.
Right.
Because it's difficult to make 50 people, for me 50 people, step out totally out of their comfort zone.
Right.
But I think it's okay. I mean, I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it.
I
I think that's what counts, right? If you're okay with it, then that works. So now you also do quite an interesting little thing. You also have this little sideline, and you have passions in terms of you'd like to teach. You also do write books, and this is your most recent publication.
It's going to be launched. It's been launched today.
Today.
Yes.
Right. So I'm one of the first recipients of this.
You are
right?
the first.
The first. And I like the title, which is Crushing Your Profits. So talk to me a little bit about what you hope to accomplish with this book.
Like I said, that there has been a lot of effort, both in terms of actually doing it and in marketing by companies coming up with different products, newer technologies, but they're forgetting the basics.
Right.
The same
When
way
when you say basics, you're talking about the basics of engineering, or
I
what are the basics that you're referring to?
I'm actually not talking about some hi-fi thing. I'm talking about really basic.
Okay.
Your body, can you live with contaminated blood?
Perhaps not.
right? You could go to the best surgeon, you could go to the best doctor, you could eat the best food, but if your blood is contaminated,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Right.
The same thing is true for a machine.
Right. Of course.
People are investing in good technology, but they're not bothering to figure out that the right oil goes into it.
Right.
Somebody down the line saves a couple of bucks and has bad quality oil or spurious oil. How is that going to reflect on the equipment?
Right.
Which is like a stone crusher will cost anything between 25 to 50 lakh rupees.
Right.
उसमें मैं 2,000 रुपए बचाने की बात कर रहा हूँ यार. मतलब
Correct.
why?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, in your car you don't question.
It's a false economy.
It's false economy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay.
Some basic stuff. That oil has to be right. It has to be filtered right. It has to have the right temperature.
Right. Yeah.
So that kind of knowledge, which I believe has gone missing.
Okay.
It's got lost. I'm trying to. So there's nothing new that I'm talking about really.
Well, you're reinforcing
I'm
what
reinforcing the
just
basics.
the simple basics,
That you cannot
Yeah.
do away with those things.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what's actually costing a lot of money to the manufacturer
Right.
in terms of replacement costs, in terms of spares, in terms of downtime, in terms of service.
Yeah.
मैं कह रहा हूँ वो छोटी-छोटी चीजें कर लो और पैसे बचा लो.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about.
Okay. So that actually brings me quite nicely to a pivot point. I want to talk about bauma CONEXPO India. Is this your first visit as an exhibitor here, or have you exhibited here previously?
bauma the first time.
First time. Okay.
bauma the first time. We do keep doing exhibitions a
Right.
lot.
Yeah.
I've reduced to some extent now
Yeah.
because I think there are too many exhibitions, and setting up an exhibition, it really requires effort.
Yeah. So what is
we
it?
reduced the size.
Right.
Earlier we used to do big stalls.
Okay.
This time
Okay.
we've reduced the size
Right.
and made a small stall
Yeah.
just to be present
Right.
and meet customers and friends and reconnect.
Yeah.
Our products have a very large kind of application areas,
Right.
and till now we've tried to cater to all of them.
Right.
But this time we decided to focus on the stone crusher industry and drilling industry.
Okay.
Two
Yep.
major fortes for us.
Right.
So we thought we will try to connect only with those guys,
Right.
and not with the entire spectrum.
Right.
So that's a different strategy that we're trying to set.
Right. Yeah.
Meet those guys, add new customers who are from that field,
Right. Okay.
and I hope that it pays off. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Obviously. Well, Vineet, thank you very much.
Thank
And
you
on
so
that
much.
note, I think I wish you all the very best for the 4 days of this show, and may you actually get what you're looking for. Thank you
you so
very
much.
much.